The sons of men are one, and we are one with them. We seek to love, not hate. We seek to serve and not exact due service. We seek to heal, not hurt. Let pain bring due reward of light and love. Let the soul control the outer form and life and all events, and bring the light of love that underlies the happenings of the time. Let vision come and insight. Let the future stand revealed. Let inner union demonstrate and outer cleavages be gone. Let love prevail. Let all men love. I am able to hear the cries of the trees and the forest, as they, with a gentle power, unfold and struggle to proclaim their right to make a contribution to the harmony, health, beauty, and peace of the planet. They struggle to proclaim this in the only way that they can. I hear the unity of the birds as they send their ethereal sounds, harmonizing the air. I watch the instinctive movements and sounds of all the animals that crawl and walk the face of the earth as they try their best to harmonize with the laws of nature. I am able to see and to hear the rhythmic motion and intelligent communication of all life forms that swim the waters of the planets, proclaiming the majesty and beauty of their Creator. All of these forms infused with life and with purpose are expressing a magnificent power and force, the urge to be. I also hear the voices of humankind, desperately struggling to communicate their perception of individuality and purpose through their many languages, nations, ethnicity, races, and religious groups. All of these expressing a profound spirit, the urge to be. The voices of humankind can be heard crying their prayers for love, protection, security, guidance, and right action. The language of one group is poorly understood, if at all, by the other groups. I cannot but understand that all these cries and pleas originate from the same source and all express the same urge. That source is the very essence of life itself, a divine attribute of God, of Supreme Being. This divine attribute of God announces and proclaims its intention and its will. That universal will manifests through all of life as an urge to be. We who claim to have been given dominion over the earth and all life forms therein must realize that the essence of life proclaims and announces the oneness of being and the interdependence of all of life. The sense, intelligence, and knowledge of the oneness of life lie within our being, ready to provide the ability and wisdom to see and to hear with the eyes and ears of the soul. This attunement manifests as goodwill and right action. We are often asked to comment on what is happening in the world today. What about the conditions and happenings in the Balkans, in Ireland, in Africa, in America, and in China? All of these questions are seeking to understand with some depth the state of consciousness in various segments of the planet. They are seeking an understanding and purpose of human events. They seek to understand the evolution of human consciousness, thought, and purpose. Every day, every hour, and every minute, millions of people throughout the world are praying for peace and searching for power. Within their hearts burn a desire to attain a type of human existence which would give them freedom from fear and freedom from uncertainty. The extent of their prayers for peace is dependent upon the concept, measure, and function of the world in which they live. The depths and feeling of their prayers are generated to a large extent by the discomfort which touch their daily lives. Some of these people desire an inner peace, a peace of mind which is limited to their own world of self. They feel that this can be attained with little or no concern for their fellow man. Others pray for an ethnic or religious peace, an ethnic, racial, or religious power. They desire a change in position of a particular group, a redirection of fear and hate and distrust. There is a desire to change only those conditions which affect a particular ethnic or religious group. They pray for a just revenge. There is a feeling among this group that it is possible to have peace within one particular ethnic or religious group without having deep concern for the welfare of all people, regardless of ethnicity, religious, or national origin. These people live and think in a world which has been narrowed by man's classification of the human race. There is still another group whose prayers for peace and power are directed for a particular nation with little thought for the contentment of other nations. There is an unspoken belief that it is not essential and important for all nations to have peace in order that their nation too might enjoy it. They pray for the troubled mind of a national leader without including the desire for divine guidance for leaders of nations throughout the world. As we become conscious of these prayers, we cannot help but petition and desire that they become extended, that the little worlds be extended in scope and concern, that the individual not only desire peace for himself, but for his fellow man, that the desire for ethnic and religious peace becomes a desire for harmony among all groups. The desire for national peace must become a desire for international harmony. The higher aspects of our being has the capacity to bring understanding and to guide and direct us in our role as servants of humanity and co-creators of our environment. Universal truth recognizes the oneness of life and the oneness of being. One might say that there should be a sense of oneness in the body of humanity. Great leaders and masters throughout the ages have taught this. If part of our body becomes diseased, the body responds in an attempt to heal the diseased part for the benefit of the whole. Our higher consciousness is able to understand and realize that whatever is happening in one part of the world is happening within the body of humankind, within the body of all of life. Only our spiritual minds and beings can see and acknowledge this. We must rise to the higher aspect of our being, the aspect that has the capacity to love unconditionally and to understand and practice the oneness of being and of life. Those among us who have the ability to realize and perceive this also have the opportunity to manifest it, that is, to act and think and pray accordingly. We are to go back to the center within where divine will and purpose is known, the center where spiritual realization of the unit structure of unconditional love can be found, and where the unit structure of peace is understood. We must gather unto ourselves the responsibility of not only realizing but also demonstrating our divine inner potential. We have the capacity to spread love and peace by contact. Our thoughts and hearts must carry the causative agents of harmony, peace, and love. The love in our thoughts and mind is contagious. If we are to understand the nature and cause of many of the conditions existing in the world today and in our personal lives, we must seek greater understanding of the universal laws which govern humankind. With a deep desire, reflection, meditation, and contemplation, these laws will be open as portals through which each of us may enter and comprehend and feel the profound understanding it brings. It will also bring meaning and application. A deep understanding that our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are vibratory agents and are contagious. The love in our thoughts, feelings, and motives are catching. As we desire to understand universal truths, it will bring inspiration and a commitment to accept our individual responsibility toward creating and maintaining harmony in our personal environments and other aspects of our community, city, national, and international life. We have the responsibility to permit our spiritual self to assist humankind in evolving an understanding of the true nature of brotherhood, harmony, and peace. We become points of light shining on the path which humankind travels. Our combined light will lead them to where a true knowledge of peace and harmony will be found, how it is created and how it is maintained. Our light on the path leads humankind to understand that peace and harmony begins with the individual. All expressions of peace, be they personal, ethnic, religious, national, or international, begins within the personal aspiration of the individual. From this it wells and manifests in human behavior. If we desire to have peace in our lives, peace in our country, and in the world, we must begin this complex process by eliminating acts of wars within our daily lives, within our minds and thoughts. Are we carrying on a thought war with someone or condition in our minds and with our motives, feelings, or intentions? Are we mentally planning an attack or an invasion on any person or in any of our relationships? If so, let us sit down at the peace table within, negotiate, and pledge a more honorable solution, which can manifest as goodwill and right relations. We can then declare a state of peace within ourselves and in our relationships. Cosmic law states that thoughts and feelings of peace will vibrate and radiate on its own accord into the minds and hearts of humankind. When we think and express our intelligence in such a way that it serves our fellow human beings, we are spreading peace and understanding. As we respect the opinions of others, even when those opinions differ from our own, we are creating peace. Then unconditional love radiates from us. When we respect the feelings, rights, and properties of others, we are laying the foundation for environmental harmony and peace. When what another fellow human being has honestly acquired demands our honor and respect, we can rejoice in their happiness and self-fulfillment with them. We are then silently and efficiently radiating unconditional love and maintaining a state of peace. To create an environment where right action and goodwill exist, we should reject any and all thoughts that any person, culture, race, or kin, or ourselves are special and privileged. The cosmic sees all persons and people as special and privileged. For we are all children of the universe, creations of the one Creator. Our thoughts are not only contagious, but they create and manifest their kind. To create the environment of mutual respect, right relations, happiness, and harmony, we should carry the belief in our hearts that all human beings have the right to advance in life, that they have the right to think and live the way they choose, as long as they do not interfere with the rights and privileges of others. This we accept, although it might differ from the way that we live and think. When the divine qualities of the soul begin to express through us, we will promote brotherly and sisterly love and understanding. We will no longer embrace the belief that success in life is solely dependent upon power, fame, and riches. By relinquishing such a belief and practice, we change our personal perceptions of life, of those in our environment, and add inner peace to our being. The universal laws decree that the influence and power of love, compassion, and understanding should regulate the minds of humanity. The higher self, the divine mind within, must guide our reasoning. To the degree that we think and act in harmony with this decree, we stop the inner wars within our minds and hearts. We become creators of peace and harmony within our personal lives and our group involvement. We will acquire the capacity to love unconditionally as our desires, beliefs, thoughts, and practices rise to such high qualities. God and the cosmic masters will support our efforts. Peace will prevail within the human mind and on the planet. Humanity will proclaim that all men, women, and children of all nations, races, and ethnicity have the right to believe in and worship the God of their choice. They also have the right to practice that belief in a harmonious environment. Beloved, all the above are the first steps to understanding the true nature of unconditional love and peace. How they begin within us and spread throughout our personal and collective environment. We are to utilize the total energies of our beings, the inner and the outer faculties, in creating and maintaining an environment of peace and of harmony. Think not that life is without design or ill-planned. Life is the flowering of our thoughts, the very product of our hands. The inner and outer faculties united as one, absorbing, reflecting, and transmitting the higher spiritual energies and meaning of life. All the great avatars, masters, philosophers, past and present, have placed great emphasis upon the quality of our thoughts. They have demonstrated through their teachings how thought can and does modify our environment and our experiences. We who are aware of the creative power of intention, motives, thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, have the opportunity to develop a sound and intelligent knowledge of how to create those thought habits and patterns which are in harmony with the laws of nature and life. By practicing them, we will play an important role in bringing an unconditional love, peace, happiness, and contentment into our lives and into the lives of others. Awareness of our thoughts must come first. Then discipline of our thought practices. We will then truly understand that thought prays for us our prayers. Thought dispenses to us our realities. Thought limits for us that which is limited. And thought expands and extends for us that which is expanded and extended. The sacred vibrations of thought heal and bless. Indeed, the constructive, creative, and divine power of our thoughts create for us our peace and grant unto us our true cosmic power. When our thoughts of health and well-being, harmony, healing, love, and kindliness start within us as a general attitude of mind, and as a daily expression in our life, and as a mutual respect for the common dependence of all of life. These same thoughts, expressed in millions of people, are the essence of unconditional love, universal harmony, and brotherhood within the human race. The inner spirit of every individual will cry out, "Let there be peace, health, harmony, healing, love, and kindliness on the planet." But let it begin with me. Let them begin as my personal thoughts, beliefs, desires, and actions. I desire to be a dispenser of these for all humanity, for all of life. One purpose of life is to discover our true self, to know whom we truly are, to know our true spiritual nature and its relationship to the soul and to God. Another purpose of life is to increase our capacity to love and to love unconditionally. The lower dimensions of thought bring a finite peace, which is fleeting and unstable. It has a finite power, which is destructive, antagonistic, fearful, and confused. It fosters a degeneration of great nations and institutions. When our thoughts are under the direction of the higher self, the soul, all colors will find their shades of harmony. Indeed, there will be an extension of great ideas and purposes. This requires discipline. All the great avatars, masters, and thinkers among the races and religions of the world have spoken of the spiritual brotherhood of humankind, emphasizing the kinship and oneness of soul, the oneness of our higher nature. As our thoughts of unconditional love, peace, compassion, and of brotherhood start within us as a daily attitude of mind, and as a practical expression of caring, kindliness, a mutual respect for the common dependence of all human beings and of all of life, those same thoughts expressed in millions of people throughout the world will become the essence of harmony on this planet. This is truly the origin of spiritual health and well-being, happiness, harmony, universal brotherhood, and unconditional love. This is the origin of inner peace, ethnic peace, religious peace, national and international peace. This is the origin of peace profound. We are living in tumultuous times, in a world of strife and confusion. We have a true need for inner peace, a state of mind, which would give us freedom from anxiety, fear, distrust, and insecurity. We know that when feelings of disharmony appear, we cannot function efficiently and effectively. It is at such times as these that we should stop. Take time out. Breathe slowly and deeply for a few minutes. Slowly in and slowly out. Become still and quieter with each breath until you become aware of the indwelling presence. The self within will respond, for its nature is peace. It will assist you in stilling the body and mind. The self within recognizes this stillness and will activate the divine nature of your being. Within this divine presence, we know that we can find peace. It is always present. As we turn our thoughts within, peace began to slowly flood our being and bring calmness. Peace is at the center of our being. It does not matter what the origin of our disturbances, be it family-related, job-related, financial, or society-related. It is always within our power to release and dispel pressures and anxieties. Let peace infuse your consciousness. It is ever available within you, ready to reveal itself at any time in your life experiences, in any and everything you do. Inner peace is not dependent upon an external happening or not happening. You have the opportunity to choose peace, no matter what is happening around you. Let us take advantage of this opportunity and experience this inner peace right now. Please sit comfortably in your seats with the eyes closed. Slowly and gently, deeply take 3 relaxing breaths. In the next set of 3 breaths, as you breathe out, continue to relax the body more and more. Let go. Each time you exhale, blow away all tensions and all anxieties. Take 3 of such cleansing breaths now. Now turn your attention to the very center of your head, and there listen to the sweet sounds of the music. Listen with the ears of the mind, as if located in the very center of your head. Realize that peace lies within your being at this very moment. This is the peace as your soul knows it. For your soul is the peace which God placed within you. Your soul is at one with God. This peace is constantly at your service even now. Continue to gently focus your attention in the center of the head and relax your body. Peace is coming forth and is gently soothing your whole being, mind, body, and spirit. The more you let go and relax, the greater will be your access to all the peace that you need. Know this, see this, and feel this. Take another deep and relaxing breath. Relax and permit the soul to nurture you. The soul is dispensing its peace upon every cell of your head and being. Relax and receive it. The condition and place of peace is always available to you. You can revisit it at any time. You know now that peace is the supreme quality of your being. It is the very nature of your soul. It is never separated from you. The universal mind created you with this peace. No one, no condition, no thing can take it away from you. You need no longer feel afraid, alone, or disturbed. In the presence of your soul's peace, you feel comforted, nurtured, serene, free, secure, and protected. Rest within this peaceful atmosphere, for the power of the infinite is flowing through you. It is always within you. Rest thusly until the music has ceased and you hear my voice once again. Now take slowly and deeply 5 breaths. And with the 5th breath, you may open their eyes feeling alert, inspired, invigorated, and peaceful. Take slowly and deeply 5 breaths. And with the 5th breath, you may open the eyes, feeling alert, inspired, and invigorated, and peaceful.